I'd like to commence this video with a request. For those interested in receiving more premium betting tips and predictions, especially if my guidance has contributed to your success in winning bets and generating revenue, I kindly seek your support in revitalizing this channel. Your assistance plays a crucial role in bolstering my presence on YouTube. You're welcome to explore my Patreon support tier or check out my various plans. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you seeking our premium picks. You can find the link in the bio and comment section below. Thank you for considering and supporting me. Brewers vs. Marlins. My team pick is Milwaukee to win. The Brewers took 3 of 4 from the Marlins the last time they visited Miami. The Brewers' pitching staff limited Miami to 2 runs or less in each of the 4 contests and held the Marlins to 3 runs in the first game of the current set. Brewers hurlers produced a 2.51 ERA with a 1.13 whip over 7 games played against the Marlins last year. The Brewers have played effectively away from their home stadium in 2024, winning at a 63.6% clip. The Marlins have struggled at Lone Depot, losing over 65% of their games played there and losing 6 of their 8 series at home. Milwaukee has the edge in the pitching department in this matchup. They currently rank in the top half of the league in multiple pitching categories, while the Marlins are hovering around the basement in team ERA. Luzardo has produced an ERA over 7 in his 2 starts against the Brewers. The stats strongly suggest the Brewers will win on the road in the series finale. Take Milwaukee. My total pick is under 7.5 runs. 3 of the 4 matchups between these squads at Lone Depot Park last season went under the run total, with the Marlins held to 2 runs or less in each of the 4 games. The first game of the current series also went under the run total. The Marlins rank near the bottom of the league in several key offensive categories both at home and overall. They are ranked 29th out of 30 teams in home slugging percentage, so the odds they score quickly in bunches in this game are low. Their pitching staff has limited their opponents to 2 runs or fewer in 4 of 6 and through 3 straight shutouts last week. Brewers pitchers have produced a 3.49 ERA with an 8.01 K/9 average while playing away from their home stadium in 2024. They have held their opponents to 3 runs or less in 4 of their previous 6 games overall. Milwaukee has gone under the run total in 2 of their last 3 games. Most signs point to a lower scoring affair in Miami on Wednesday. Take the under. Padres vs. Reds. My team pick is Padres minus 1.5 runs. The Cincinnati Reds 20-28, currently 5th in the NL Central, have been averaging 4.15 runs and 7.09 hits per game. The team's batting average is .217 and they have an on-base percentage of .294. The Reds' run differential for the season is -7. In contrast, teams playing against the Reds are scoring an average of 4.30 runs per game and achieving 7.79 hits. These teams have a batting average of .234 and an on-base percentage of .311 when facing the Reds this season. Throughout the current season, the Reds have achieved a 26-22 record against the run line in all games that had a betting line. When it comes to home games this season, the Reds have succeeded in covering the run line in 10 out of the 23 games. In their recent performance, the Reds have covered the run line in their last 2 games and have done so in 7 out of their last 9 games. Currently, the San Diego Padres, 25-26, are ranked 2nd in the NL West. They average 4.58 runs per game and gather approximately 8.72 hits. The team's batting average is .257, and they have an on-base percentage of .324. This season, the Padres have achieved a run differential of +12. In contrast, their opponents average 4.34 runs per game and collect around 7.88 hits. The opponent's batting average is .236, and their on-base percentage against the Padres is .304 this season. The San Diego Padres have achieved a 26-25 record against the run line in all games with a betting line this season. When it comes to away games, the Padres have demonstrated a strong performance with a 17-7 record against the run line. Although they fell short in covering the run line in their most recent 2 games, they managed to cover it in 3 out of their last 5 games. I like the run line trends on the road for the Padres as well as the pitching matchup in favor of San Diego. Go with the San Diego Padres. My total pick is over 9.5 runs. This season, the Cincinnati Reds have managed to surpass the posted total in 22 out of their 48 matches. When it comes to home games, they have exceeded the posted total in 10 out of 23 games. However, in their last 3 games, they have not reached the posted total. In contrast, the Padres have exceeded the posted total in 26 out of their 51 games this season. In their away games, they have managed to go over the posted total in 11 out of 24 matches. However, their performance in the last few games has been different, with the last 2 games and 3 out of their last 5 games falling short of the posted total. Despite a few recent undertrends, I like the overplay in this NL matchup. Braves versus Cubs. My team pick is Atlanta to win. Atlanta won 2 of 3 games against the Cubs at home last week, and they have taken 5 of the last 6 games versus Chicago. Atlanta's offense has averaged 4.61 runs per game this season with a 4.8 runs per game average on the road. The Cubbies are scoring 4.42 a game and 4.52 at Wrigley on the year. Fried has enjoyed his most success against Chicago in his career, as noted above. The Braves starter has never lost in 3 starts at Wrigley and has allowed only 3 runs while striking out 20 in 17 innings on the north side. He must be licking his lips heading into this one as he looks to rebound from a tough outing. Fried has also been successful on the road overall this season, going 2-1 with a 3.09 in 6 starts away from home this year. Atlanta is 7-3 in their last 10 games versus the Cubbies. Take the Braves. My total pick is under 8.5 runs. In their 3 meetings last week, the under went 3-0 as they averaged a combined 5.7 runs per game. Between the 2 teams, they have seen 53 of their games hit the under this season, with a major part of that due to both of the pitching staffs in play. This is a solid pitching matchup that we didn't see when they faced off last week. Fried has looked outstanding for much of his season, though his last outing wasn't his best. He has excelled against the Cubs, however, so I see no reason he won't do so again. Steele has stumbled in his last 2 starts, but has only made 4 so far this season, so he's still getting himself into shape. The under is 6-4 in the last 10 games between the teams. Take the under. Giants versus Pirates. My team pick is Pirates money line. It's a bit more difficult to determine the winner when San Francisco's starter is unknown, but I like what I have seen from Jones so far. San Francisco is on a 4-game winning streak, but 3 of those wins were against the Rockies and they only took 1 of 3 from the Dodgers. Aside from their series against the Rockies, the Giants have lost 4 of their last 6 and they have given up the 5th most runs in the National League. San Francisco has also been dreadful on the road compared to their home record this season with an 8-15 road record and a 15-10 home record. My total pick is under. Both teams have had issues scoring this season, as neither has eclipsed more than 200 runs on the year. The Pirates have averaged a total of less than 4 runs per game in their last 6, while the Giants have their numbers skewed thanks to their series against the Rockies. If we take that last series out, San Francisco has scored an average of less than 4 runs per game this entire season. These 2 teams have hit the under in their last 3 meetings, and Jared Jones has given up 3 runs or less in all of his 9 starts on the year. Both teams are also in the top echelon of bullpens in terms of ERA in the MLB right now. Rangers versus Phillies. My team pick is Phillies to win. There has been a significant difference in how these offenses have been producing over the course of the previous week, as the Rangers are averaging 2.6 runs in their last 5 games while the Phillies are scoring at an outstanding rate with 6.5 runs in their previous 6 games. With how Ranger Suarez was able to pitch on Tuesday, the Phillies were able to rest their bullpen a bit, and that should be a huge positive for one of the top teams in baseball thus far. All in all, go with the Philadelphia Phillies to pick up a win. My total pick is over 9.5 runs. These starting pitchers have been struggling a bit as Dane Dunning is pitching to a 3.86 road ERA and an 11.19 walk-to-strikeout ratio in 21.0 innings, 4 games, while Taijuan Walker is pitching to a 4.66 home ERA and a 1.24 whip in 9.2 innings on the mound, 2 games. The bullpen for both teams has been their biggest weakness, as the Rangers are last in Major League Baseball with a 5.15 reliever ERA, while the Phillies are 23rd in the majors with a 4.32 bullpen ERA thus far. Go with the over as the better option, as these teams have some strong lineups and should be able to score a good amount of runs in this game.